Hi guys, welcome back to the Sup Nerd Review Table. I'm Victoria, and with me I've got Ellie here, and we are gonna have a first look at something very exciting. We just got this on our doorstep today. It is Sony PlayStation's Dualsense Edge controller. Now, this is gonna be a pretty exciting unboxing. You ready to unbox? Da-da, 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 da-da. Ooh. PlayStation. Okay, Ellie. Up onto the table. Let's go. Okay, so I see a case, which is great. I was really hoping for the case. Ooh, look at that. It's a hard shell case. It's similar, yeah, it's plastic, like the reminiscent of the PS5. Oh, I just realized this is supposed to look like a controller. Look at that. Oh, this is, before even taking this off, you can see the glossy finish there. It looks so nice. Oh my God, that is, Ellie, would you look at that? It is a beautiful controller. You can see the details here on the panel. What is that? Oh, it's little PlayStation icons. You can see where all the inserts for all the different triggers would be placed. This is amazing. You can feel the difference when you first pick it up. It's actually heavier than the original controller. And you can see a lot of detailing here that is very different. We got the glossy black, the buttons are black. I just love the finishings here with the design. But it feels heftier, it feels more expensive. It feels like when you see Clark Kent and then there's Superman, like the superhero version of the previous controller, that's what this feels like. Actually, I've got the other one here. Ta-da! Now I'm like really looking at it this is honestly the first time I'm comparing. On the back, whoa, whoa. On the back, you can see the difference here. The materials seem to be largely the same, and as I mentioned, this is definitely heavier. So, I mean, for obvious reasons too, there are a lot more things happening. So now, we'll see what else is in here. Let's pull out the cable. So you can see here right away the cable is different than the one that comes with the PS5, the standard PS5. This is a reinforced braided cable, so that's great, a lot of flexibility. It looks like it's longer too. So I think PlayStation has heard our feedback that it's quite short. So this one is way longer. With this, what's also very cool, you can see inside this case here, there's an additional attachment. So this has a locking mechanism. So you can open this and you can see the symbol inside. It's pretty self-explanatory. You stick the cable in. Now you can see on this side, there's a locking mechanism here. This is my first time trying it. So it's locked now and no accidental disconnecting while you're in the middle of a game. So what's really unique about all of this, the most obvious, is how customizable it is, and you've got all your options in one case. Pull out the levers over here. Okay, so we got the lever back buttons, which would go on these two sides. Ooh, there's a little release thing here. Okay, this is the right side. It's labeled accordingly, so you can't screw it up. This is kind of fun. That's it. Oh, it's really, the placement's really nice. Oh, that feels good. The obvious benefit to this is that you have extra trigger buttons to use. This is one option for you. And I'm gonna release these. How do I release this? Release the... But I can see why they do it this way. You don't really wanna accidentally release your additional trigger buttons. That would suck. So if you're the kind of person who doesn't like levers, that's okay because we got the half dome option. I'm gonna put this on now to see what it's like. Let's make sure this is, doesn't seem to matter which side because they're exactly the same. The benefit of this is that there are less accidents when you're gripping onto the controller because it's not really in your way. So it's got a completely different feel to it. I'm not gonna pretend I know if this does anything or not when you push it up. We are going to guess it doesn't, but it's got a satisfying fidget spinner feel about it. Now we have more caps that we can customize with. Over here, you got your standard ones that are kind of, they're depressed into here, and they come, or they should, pluck right off. In theory. Ooh, yeah, they do. Here we go. Okay, so we got the high dome cap over here. Ooh, yeah, it definitely sits a lot higher. I'm gonna pull the other one off and I'll put the low one on so you can see the comparison. So I'm just gonna stick it right on over here. Like, here we go. Okay, so can you see the difference there? Oh, that is also very satisfying. And I like the surface of it, so there's still a lot of grippy texture on it, so your fingers aren't gonna slip off the dome. So this is really cool. You can see the insides of the Dualsense Edge controller, and what this means, they actually have really handy levers here that you can pop up and take out the thumbstick controller completely, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, there are no replacements in this case, but, as any of you know who've been playing consoles for a long time, at some point there's some wear and tear, there's stick drift, and instead of replacing your whole controller, you can just pop it out and get a new one. Such a great idea. So when you think about the cost of this, actually, maybe it's not so bad, because all you do is replace this. Let's talk about the other buttons on the front here. So you notice here, there are two little tiny buttons. These are the function buttons, and these are effectively an on-controller user interface access. So if you hold it down, you can access a whole menu, change your in-game volume, your party chat. You don't have to go to the back-end mixer to figure out all of that. It's actually very handy. Okay, and flipping over to the back side. For these DualSense controllers, the triggers are actually quite special. When you can feel that feedback for certain games, it gives that sense of satisfaction, like in Horizon Zero Dawn when you're drawing the bow. But here, this is really cool. If you look on the back side, you can see these switches that adjust how deep the triggers can be depressed. So here, this is the full press there. And then if you go to the most shallow, this is where it goes. This is really handy too. I think it depends on your style of gameplay or the type of game that you might be playing. If I'm playing Division 2, for example, in the dark zone, and I really just want those quick taps, or any FPS game where you just want to get the quick response, I would probably have it on this mode. For other games where you want it less sensitive and you really want that full draw feel, like in Horizon Zero Dawn or maybe in Ghost of Tsushima type games, then you can switch it back to this. It really depends on you, and that's the whole point. This is fully customizable and you can do whatever you want with it. And for those of you who really like ultra personalization, from what I understand, all of these buttons are fully remappable. Have fun. Now, there was something I didn't realize about this case, guys, and it's really cool. This is actually removable. Speaking of customization, you can actually recharge your DualSense Edge straight from the case. So you don't have to take it out, put it on the charging dock. You can charge it from right here. Boop, just like that. So that's it for the DualSense Edge controller, but it is also the new year, which means many new things, including more options for customizing. And here it is, we have the gray camouflage collection. We've got the DualSense here. This is your classic DualSense wireless. We've got the Pulse 3D, PlayStation's headset, and faceplates. Let's have a look at it on the PS5. Voila! Gray camouflage faceplates. Can you see it? I know it's really camouflaged with the plant, but it's right here. It's right here, guys. Right here. Are you guys ready for this? We are gonna open up the gray camouflage Pulse 3D. Oh. Dun, dun. So this is the Pulse 3D. It's one of the latest and greatest on the market right now. It's fine-tuned for 3D audio. It also can work wirelessly. It's nice, I like it. It comes with a charging cable, USB, I assume for wireless, and headphone jack. I'm gonna model this for you. It's so comfortable. I don't know if you can see me because again, it is camo. If I go to the trees here, do you even see me? It's so comfortable. Last but not least, we got the Dualsense wireless controller in the new gray camouflage. I'm gonna open it. You won't be able to see it, but we're gonna do it anyway. Open sesame. Why am I so bad at opening boxes? Here we go. Oh. It actually looks pretty good. Can you see it? It's camo. All right, you got your original Dualsense wireless controller here in the gray camouflage, as I mentioned. Feels nice. It's got a matte texture to it, so it actually feels different than the previous one. Hey, look at the details on this. You can see in the camo, there are more camouflage PlayStation symbols here. I didn't think I was into camo, but it looks good on PlayStation gear. And that wraps it up for this episode of Sup Nerd. Thank you so much to the guys and gals over at PlayStation for sending this over for review. This is really cool. Can't wait to test this out in action. I'm also looking forward to the PSVR 2. Hopefully we can review that for you next. So that's it for Sup Nerd. I'm Victoria Cheng. Hope you guys enjoyed that little quick preview. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and see you guys next time. Bye, nerds.